Washington, modern humans have historically skinny bones. Our skeletons reflect a departure from the labors of hunting and gathering. Speeding to McDonald's in search of novelty chicken nuggets or Stewart count. Now researchers have determined that women more than 5,000 years ago had stronger arms than even female Cambridge University rowers. Manual grinding of grain between large stones to make flour may have contributed to their powerful biceps, a study by the university found. Scientists used computed tomography, CT, scanning to analyze the bones of Central European women who lived during the first few thousand years after the advent of farming. There was nothing unusual about the women's leg bones, but their arm bones were 11 to 16% stronger for their size than those of the university's female rowing crews. They were almost 30% stronger than typical Cambridge students. Bones become thicker and denser in response to physical impact and muscle strain. Stronger bones are generally an indication of stronger muscles. Lead scientist Drive Alison McIntosh, from Cambridge University's Department of Archaeology, said this was the first study to actually compare prehistoric female bones to those of living women. By interpreting women's bones in a female-specific context, we can start to see how intensive, variable and laborious their behaviors were, hinting at a hidden history of women's work over thousands of years. Get the latest news and updates emailed straight to your inbox. By submitting your email, you are agreeing to Fairfax Media's terms and conditions and privacy policy. Life for the Neolithic women would have been grueling, involving long hours tilling the soil and harvesting crops by hand. They may have had to grind grain for as much as 5 hours a day to make flour. For millennia, grain would have been ground by hand between two large stones called a saddle quern. The repetitive arm action of grinding these stones together for hours may have loaded women's arm bones in a similar way to the laborious back and forth motion of rowing. The findings are published in the journal Science Advances. Anthropologists looking backward in time have found that, in contrast with our well-rested skeletons, prehistoric leg and arm bones were thicker. Human bones, once built up with exertion, began to shrink after the shift to agriculture. Yet the bulk of research pairing past behavior to bones had until now focused on male limbs. Women's bones work double duty. They not only need to be strong, she pointed out, but the bones also store minerals that are used during pregnancy and lactation. Until the medieval period, women were performing manual labor that produced thick arm bones. We've largely been underestimating the scale of this work, McIntosh said. The anthropologists made laser scans of old bones, from the upper arms and shins of prehistoric women who were part of farming societies in different times, the Neolithic, Bronze, Iron or Middle Ages. The researchers then asked living women to undergo scans, including